In the last chapter of our story, we saw 4 individuals exit the city of Carskadden on their way to Derriton. Along the road, not many conversations were had. Most all of them keeping to themselves for some reason or another. Halfway through the 3rd day, a series of arcanic flashes off in a nearby copse of trees caught this group's eye, and as they investigated, they saw a group of people being attacked by a huge, amorphous lump of flesh and bone and tooth. And at first, they were reluctant to join the fray. However, it was on Cordelia's action that they happened to find themselves in amongst this battle. In the aftermath, they learned that these people were members of a group called the Order of the Dragon Fellers, a clade of knights that watch over this part of Cortana Nadal. And this information seemed to have quite an effect on one Lucky Jack. After this battle, they continued onwards, and a few days further down the road, they encountered a structure out in the wilderness. This structure was a very large tavern, one of many in a chain called the Berry Bough Taverns and Inns. To some, this might have presented a welcome rest and respite from the harsh wilds. But for these individuals, at least in part, it impressed a level of anxiety, insecurity. And so it took a while to decide whether they should enter on in. The very last person to do so being Sky. She took a moment to ready herself as she approached the threshold. She was encouraged warmly by Cordelia. And it was in that moment that Cordelia saw Sky take on her appearance so that she was looking at a reflection of herself. At the players' keep. Sky, you stand in front of the door to the Berry Bough Tavern. That sign above your head, creaking slightly, showing that rowan leaf and berries insignia. You look towards the door. Just to the right of it is a piece of parchment that has been half-heartedly nailed to the doorframe. Your eyes flick over the sentence that caught your eye at first. Seeking the talented, powerful, and skilled. Room 14.
Pull out the piece of paper that I took from the notice board. Is it the same?
Yeah.
All right. Check me out, navigator extraordinaire. Okay, we'll fix there. Mm-hmm. Make sure the cardigan's done up nicely. Mm-hmm. Head on in.
You push open the door and you head on inside. You look around the room for the stairs, and before you have another thought, you cross the room and climb them. The door numbers pass you by until you see the number 14 emblazoned on a door to your right. And opposite this door, a single empty wooden seat.
Does it sound like there's something happening on the inside?
There's no commotion. You can hear like muffled voices, but it's like quiet conversation. There's no there's no activity,
Okay.
major activity going on.
All right, well, I'll just sit down.
You sit down on the chair, and it slightly, and barely a moment after the seat creaks, you hear a voice from inside the room shout, "Next!" What do you do?
Oh, shit, all right. Cool, you got this. I'll take off the cardigan and the purple kind of like strap dress with her arms out, face out, hair out, white porcelain skin. Kind of just tightens the braid, which is like hip level. Stands on up and goes to walk over to the door. And I think when she gets through the door, she has a moment of kind of freezing.
As your hand just shudders slightly, and before you can do anything else, the door suddenly swings open. Before you, you can see a young, thin, human man, very sharp, angular features, this head of deep auburn red hair. He has a confused look on his face as he goes to stick his head out the doorway to see if there is anyone here, and he starts suddenly seeing a figure right up to the door.
Sorry, I almost touched the wrong knob.
No, that's okay. Hey, come on in. And finally able to take in this new person, you can see his expression immediately softens and this really welcoming, warm smile sort of spreads across his face, and he sort of turns and nods you in, and it's only when he fully turns his body away does his eyes actually flick away from you as they sort of look over your form with interest. You step on in.
Yeah.
You follow after the young man and you enter into a bedroom. The furniture has been pushed to the sides as best it can be, and a small table is set off to the left with 2 chairs behind it. The man that opened the door takes up one of them. A second figure already sits in the other. She too has auburn hair, but a slightly lighter shade. Her bright green eyes take you in over her calf-length boots that you can see as she has her legs crossed over the table. And you notice that even though she sits in this way, she somehow seems to be able to not shrink into the chair, but rise above the tabletop with confidence. And she is sipping from a goblet of wine. As you walk in, her eyes follow you. However, hers are more scrutinous and not nearly as welcoming as the man's. You do notice there are 4 other individuals sat near the first 2. There's an elf in the corner on a chair, lightly tapping the back of his head against the wall in boredom. A dwarf and a halfling who sit on the bed, backs to a wall each, the halfling stretching his legs out over the dwarves. And a gnome who sits on the floor at the end of the bed, facing the table, who is just biting into an apple. You try not to look too much in any single person's direction, however. You keep your attention fixed strongly on the man who opened the door. And as he sits down, he looks up at you again and smiles that warm smile. Hi there. Thanks for coming. My name is Seb. And he gestures to the woman next to him. This is Flick. Yeah, all right, we can introduce ourselves if she makes it through. Fuck, let's get this going already. Well, come on, tell us about yourself.
Sure. My name's Sky. And I'm, well, I like to crochet and knit and scrapbook and sew. I made this. I've got a cardigan out there.
All right. Great. That was inspiring. So, what can you do?
Well,
Take your time. We want to see the best you have to offer.
Okay. All right. Stand back. Is there like a tank? You said she had a goblet or something.
She has a goblet, but the Seb also has a tankard. He has not taken it up. That is sat on the table as well.
Sorry, 2 seconds.
It's okay. You prepare yourself. Do what you need to do.
Sorry, 2 seconds, and I'm going to turn around.
You can hear poorly disguised snickers and snorts from the other individuals in this room. And it is only Seb that remains in your perspective, but even his facial expression goes from excited to sympathetically hopeful to disappointed. Yeah, all right. I think we've seen quite enough of your best.
That was just a joke.
You see Seb falls back in his chair, defeated, grabbing the tankard that you were focusing on, and just looks away from you and takes a swig. Listen, we've really not got any more time, so if you can, thank you very much, and we'll consider you, and
Okay, I think Sky will go to turn, and as she does, she'll take a long look at this woman, turn to the door, and as she kind of turns around, she'll continue to spin, and by the time she's done a full rotation, she'll turn around and have the splitting image of her.
Incredible.
And
as soon as this happens, instantly the snorts and the laughter cease completely. You hear a, huh? What the?
Well, I was just joking before, so, just trying to get your attention.
You can see immediately that Seb has sat back up, is interested again. Now that's something. Hey, she makes it better you than you do, Flick. What do you think? Flick doesn't take her eyes off you as he speaks. She's looking at you with just a hint of spite and no intrigue whatsoever. Oh, darling, ain't no one better than me. She waves her hand in your direction and her eyes flash pink for a moment. There's a beat. And then Flick slowly takes her boots off the table, sets the goblet of wine to the side, and leans forward, still staring at you, but this time all the spite has gone, and it is only confusion on her face.
Do I sense that she was kind of doing a spell?
Yeah, you with that flash of pink, something definitely. She was attempting to do something, and she's clearly failed. And the others around the room quickly clock this reaction from Flick and immediately pounce on the opportunity to go to the room filling with oohs and, oh, that's embarrassing. The dwarf looks across and jibes. Come on, Flick. Forgotten how your magic works?
Yeah, I was going to say, considering your name is Flick, your magical Flick ain't that powerful.
Still looking at you. No, my magic works just fine. I can't break it. What goes through your mind when you hear Flick say that?
I think maybe a little bit of a status shift. Mm-hmm. And the smallest bit of confidence.
All of a sudden, this constriction, as if the room itself were pressing against you, just alleviates slightly. Just slightly enough for you to breathe a little bit deeper. You see Seb lean forward, and his interest has truly peaked. But he bridles it as he half turns to Flick. Wait, seriously? You can't get rid of it? Flick just shakes her head, still looking at you. Seb. Woo! And he stands up, causing the table to shift. The goblet topples over, sending claret liquid spilling onto the floor. Seb has fully turned his body to Flick. Come on! That is straight fire! And he is just pointing at you with one hand. Flick takes you in for another beat before her expression breaks into one of acceptance and admittance, though it carries through to Seb and you're unsure whether it was you or him who evoked that in her. She looks up up at him with a playful smile working its way across her face as she seemingly somewhat reluctantly admits, that's straight fire. Seb claps his hands together again. And he turns to you. Congratulations. You made it in. Welcome to Straight Fire.
And I think Sky will drop the form back to Sky.
Yeah. As you do this and people really get to take in and focus on what this is, this ability, what you can do, what you're here to show. There are a couple of genuine whoops from the other individuals around the room, and they sort of get up and come over and make their introductions to you. Flick being the last to come over, instead taking her time to sit at the table, placing her legs back up and watch. This time no goblet in hand, as that dark red liquid drips onto the floor. Cordelia. You are stood in the entryway to the Berry Bough Tavern.
Yeah.
And where once Sky stood, now this figure is the perfect mirror of yourself.
Okay. What are you doing?
Being you?
Why?
Well, you said they were nice.
Yes, but... You don't need to... do this. And I think she's like looking at you, just like confused what you think.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I did.
How did you do that? And I think she reaches her hand like towards you.
And I'll drop Cordelia's form.
And you see where once the image of you stood, that melts away, and once again Sky has returned to that pale porcelain pearlescent skin, those white eyes, that pale braid.
All right, let's go in. And I'll pull my hood up and just...
Yeah. And you walk past Cordelia, heading over to where Gonyant and Lucky Jack have sat off to one side.
Yeah, I think Cordelia just takes a minute processing what's just happened. Does she recognize any magic happening, like as she drops
Make me an Arcana check.
No. 9.
If this is a spell or an incantation or something like that, you don't recognize any somatic or verbal components.
Okay.
So either there is a piece of information you're missing that has allowed Sky to do this without you knowing how, or this is not a spell.
Okay. And I think she just, is baffled by that and then follows her inside.
You walk inside, and eventually you all take up seats around this table.
Right, well, I've ordered some food and... Should we stay here tonight?
Outside is probably more fun.
I mean, if that's what you all want, then...
I don't want to be inside.
All right, then we can move on. I just thought it might be good to be safe for a little while, but if not, then that's fine.
Why do you think this is safe?
Because at least here we aren't going to get cornered by whatever that was the other day.
There's more corners in here than there are out there.
Yes.
You see his eyes haven't looked at any one of you. He's just looking around at everyone, blinking away as soon as somebody makes eye contact, but he's just trying to take in everyone. His voice is coming out as a breath more than a decisive sentence.
But at least the door locks, I would assume.
What makes you think that's a good thing?
Because then nobody can get in? Well. Look, if you all don't want to stay here, that's fine. I'll happily come with you all. But at least for now, it's good to have food and happy inside.
What does everyone want to drink?
I'm covered, thank you. And Lucky Jack has like 3 empty shot glasses in front of him and 1 that's still full. And he is... Are there any purple cloaks in here?
There are a couple. You saw 2 exit as you entered in. You did see that there was 1 or 2 dotted about, but the place is not full of them. This is not exclusively at Dragonfellas Tavern. Okay. This is for anyone. You can see people that could be merchants or travellers or hunters. You're not sure. But there are a couple of purple cloaks.
I think any of the purple cloaks that he can see, he's just glowering at them.
Yeah.
Not saying much. And he just chins that 4th shot.
I've ordered them, Sky. It's all right.
It's all right. I'll get us the next ones, and I'll just go up and...
Yeah, you head on over to the bar. What happens at the table first?
Very little from my end.
That's absolutely fine.
Do I pick up on Lucky Jack glowering at the cloak people?
Make me... No. Yeah, I'll say you can. You are focused on these people. You are in close proximity. I assume he's really not trying to hide it.
No.
Not from these individuals at the
Not
table,
at
at
all.
least. So yes, you can.
Mm-hmm. And all you said after the thing, after you walked away, was just that they're bad people, right? After we've...
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I
you
think
didn't
so,
go
yeah.
into detail.
Didn't go into detail, no.
Do any of the purple cloaks look at us? If I'm just keeping a... No, they're not interested.
No, they certainly don't take any pointed interest in you at all. They'll look around now and again, but seems as...
I just mean if they were taking a passing glance over our table and they saw somebody glaring at them.
If they do look over at you, they don't seem to notice any particular energy from any one of you.
Perfect. Thanks.
I think for now, Cordelia will just keep her eye on him and
Okay.
try and also then keep an eye on them and try and work out what is
Yeah.
so bad about these people, but
Yeah.
not press him right now.
Make me an insight check.
3.
We'll just get them all out now. Get all the ones out.
They look like great people. I don't know.
Purple's a cool colour. They can't be
Purple's a
bad
They're
great
people.
great.
colour. They were really nice to us in the woods. Like, I don't know. Everything's
Help
fine.
us out, clean Sky off. What's the
Yeah,
big
what's the
the
big
big
deal?
hullabaloo? Lucky Jack on a 3.
Yeah. I mean, he's not trying to hide anything. So
Yeah.
I think you just see that he is a little drunk,
Yeah, great.
and just glowering at them with that pure venom and hatred that
Right.
you saw earlier.
Okay.
Um,
It's not fear, it's hatred.
yeah,
Okay.
I think, and I think no, it was only a 3. Never mind.
Yeah.
No,
No, don't give it away. Don't give it away.
I love it. Amazing.
I think as Cordelia is just trying to suss out Jack, he kind of starts like tapping his finger, and it's clear that the cogs are turning. I'll be right back, and he's going to stand and walk over to the purple cloaks.
Great.
Okay. We're going to leave that there for a moment.
Cracking.
Sky, you walk over to the bar, and the individual that you know to be Adelaide is there, tending bar. What do you say?
Hi, can I get a few drinks?
Anything more specific? Do
Oh, I wish I knew.
you want something strong? Something long?
one of them had a shot.
I'll set you something up.
All right. Maybe one of them wants.
Put some shot glasses on the side.
Not one for me though. Just 3.
Takes one back. Pours 3. Holds up a tankard.
Yeah, ale, and then I think one wants like a white wine spritzer or something.
That's for Lucky Jack.
Tankard of ale goes down, and then a bottle and a goblet is picked up, and
Probably like more spritz, less wine.
and a goblet of sparkling wine is poured, placed down, and that will cost you 3 shots, an ale, and some fairly decent wine. Let's say 6 silver.
6 silver. Okay, cool. Here's 6, and we'll do it all in coppers.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's everything. Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool. And just starts putting away the coppers. As you stand there ordering the drinks, the other individual, River, Raven.
That's so real.
I went to the same thing. River comes on out carrying trays of food that she brings over to you. There is a plate with 4 whole baked potatoes. There's like a bowl of gravy and like a half loaf of bread that's set down in front of you guys. Are you doing anything else at the bar?
No, I'm just taking my time to go back because that was obviously quite.
Absolutely.
a big
You're sort of like
moment.
killing time here. You are more than welcome to do so. Adelaide sort of looks questioningly at you for a moment. Eyes flick over to the table. Anything else I can help you with?
No, you've been most pleasant.
All right. I'm here if you need.
I don't.
Sort of goes about her business. Leaves you to it for the moment. We'll cut from there for a moment. Lucky Jack.
Lucky Jack. I sort of swaying slightly because he's had quite a bit at this point. Travel over to the table where I see the purple cloaks. And with considerable abandon, hey, how's it going? I was just wondering, you guys are the dragon fellas, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, real cool. You taking recruits? You taking sign-ups? Yeah.
Well, we're always looking for new members. Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I wanna sign up. Where do I go? Who's your leader? Where's your base?
Well, to become a member, you need to go through some training, pass some tests, and we need to make sure that you are fit for duty, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm fit. I'm good. Emaciated, Lucky Jack.
Yeah.
I'm
Incredible.
Strong.
All right then. Well, why don't you take a seat and you sort of tell us what your skills and your talents
Okay.
are?
Yeah. And he drags the seat out. Like,
Yeah, and you sit down sort of like in a triangle formation of these 2 other individuals. You can see that the person that you're talking to has sort of like wispy whitish, orangish hair. It's not quite ginger. It's not quite graying. Big, sort of like poofy out mustache, bit of stubble going on. Mustache comes to a point. Thick eyebrows. Really heavy features. The other individual you can see is a halfling. She has jet black curly hair in this like cascade waterfall, grey eyes, and just fairly pale skin. She is wearing a purple cloak around her waist. The gentleman is wearing it much like a cloak. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm real smart.
All right, okay.
I got magic, and he does like a produce flame, like he uses to light his cigarettes.
Okay.
Which, when that occurs to him, pulls out a cigarette, lights it. I got I can do some real good stuffs. Were you like captains or whatever? You like leaders?
No, we're not leaders. We're just general knights of the order.
Okay, yeah. So where would I find your leaders then?
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, this is not gonna go well.
This is great though. I'm loving it.
Okay. Ooh, 11.
11.
11. To persuade? Sorry, 13. My bad.
13.
Yes. Proficiency in that for some reason.
Before we
He's lovable.
send you off chasing us,
I fully blow it in his face. Sorry. My bad.
I've got a couple of questions for you.
Shoot.
How do you fare in the face of danger?
Fearless. Yeah, totally fearless.
Make me a persuasion or deception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this deception.
That was a journey.
10. It was a bit.
10. Okay.
10. Yeah, totally fearless. In fact, you know what? I charged into battle earlier with some of your brethren. Yeah, they'll tell you about it.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
How
this is
drunk
getting
is
worse.
Jack?
He's had 4 fairly strong shots in quite quick succession.
And not a lot to eat.
And not a lot to eat, and whatever he had before
Yeah.
this day as well.
Straight rolls, eh?
Ah.
Jack's turning cogs here as well.
What was that? A persuasion?
Persuasion.
9.
Okay. You say you helped,
Yeah, they were battling some big face thing.
can you describe any of them?
There was a dragonborn, Unella. So, there was a dwarf with a big fucking hammer.
You see that there's a look exchange between the two individuals. All right, well, we can double check and clarify that actually happened, but
You calling me a liar?
no, we just need to make sure that all of the information's accurate.
Yeah, well, it is. So where do I sign up?
Well, hang on, slow your rolls there, my friend. You say you're brave and you've helped some of us. That's great. So how do you fare against giant beasts of the realm?
No problem. Just hit them in the knees, bring them down to my level, you know?
You ever hit a dragon in the knees?
No. But I probably could. Like, if you just gave me a chance. Why don't you just tell, like, where's your base? And then I'll go there and speak to them.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
14. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh.
Nope, not better.
Wow. Some exceptional rolls.
They love this guy.
All right then. Well, what's your name, sorry?
You can call me Lucky.
Well, Lucky, and hopefully that name is accurate. If you want to join up to the Order of the Dragon, fellas, you will need to head to the city of Dracosbane, which is in the north in the Lumberstack forests.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Thank you for your time. Stubs the cigarette out on the table and walks away.
I wonder if he's telling the truth. Peculiar, isn't he? Yeah. They start murmuring between themselves, and you head on back.
Oh.
You sit back down at the table.
Uh-huh.
That I'm sure is silent.
I have been watching the exchange, though.
Yeah. You see Lucky Jack has walked on over quite gruffly, but that is asked to sit down. You see that there are back and forths between...
Is the bar too busy to pick up their conversation? Is there enough of a general...
It's not that busy. Make me a perception check.
Perceive. Oh, it's such a performance.
5.
You occasionally catch the raised voice of Lucky Jack now and again, but other than that, you really don't catch any information. But eventually, Lucky Jack nods, stubs out the cigarette, gets up, walks back over.
I actually focus on them as he walks back to us more than him, aware that if that conversation hasn't gone well or has gone well, I don't know what was said, but
Make me an insight check.
I'm happy to not.
That's fine then.
I'm just, in terms of the conversation, I'm more just watching them to see if...
Yes, sorry. So if you
Oh,
want
okay,
to read
okay.
them, make me an insight check for after the conversation.
Then I shall, sorry. 13.
13. You can see that there's interest. You know, their eyes flick between each other and then Lucky Jack and back. And Lucky Jack, you can see that they're clearly talking about him. Doesn't seem particularly negative. Doesn't appear particularly positive. More quizzical and unsure.
Does their interest extend when he sits down at the table to the two of us sitting at the table as well? Or are they just looking at him?
Not really. I
Perfect,
mean,
that's
after
fine.
he sits back down, they kind of go back to their own conversation.
I think he sits down heavily. Has Sky come back with the drinks yet? No. Okay.
Did you get what you wanted?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Thank you. You want to stay here?
I would like to.
Sure,
but
we can stay here. Yeah.
I don't think. I don't know if Sky and Gonyant want that.
Well, locked doors, bathtubs.
I would
Probably
love a
preferable
bath.
to being on the floor outside, right? Fuck. Starts rolling up another cigarette. What's your what's the problem with being? You don't want to stay here?
I don't have a problem with you staying here.
Well, we can't leave you outside.
You'll find me in the morning.
I mean, we could.
No, we should stay together.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I don't use water anyway, so.
Well, we can see if what Sky wants to do as well.
Yeah, where is she? Look over at the bar.
Sky, you've been stood at the bar whilst this exchange goes on. Behind you, probably not even to your awareness.
I think she's just looking at the bubbles in the white wine spritzer.
And they just up at you. And you kind of get lost in it. You don't quite know how much time passes. Adelaide just goes about her business, letting you stand there. She puts the drinks on a tray, but doesn't take them away. Sort of looks to see if there's any reaction from you or indication that you want to keep the drinks or take them, but do you react at all?
Yeah, I think when she disturbs the wine, oh shit, God, he's gonna go warm. Thank you, and I'll just pick them up on the tray.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
walk.
And she clocks this and
Yeah.
and you start to make your way back over.
Yeah.
As you make your way back over, the door to the tavern opens, and you can see inside walks a single individual, but you can hear more footsteps than just one. This individual you can see is fairly well dressed, nothing gaudy, but like, you know, well cared for clothing. Male, orc, big tusks, sort of like deep, like greenish grey skin over most of his form. And as he walks on in, you can see his eyes look around the room, and he spots Adelaide and raises a hand and heads on over. As he moves on past, you can see there is a slow-moving automaton behind him. This four-legged contraption that is walking on four extremely sturdy-looking metal limbs. It's moving slowly and carefully like a headless, tailless dog. The underneath holds a casing that looks slightly familiar to what Lucky Jack has. That one could assume holds most of the inner workings. The top, however, is flat, and on its back, you can see that there are two, not large, sort of small-ish wooden crates stacked on top with jointed metal armature that latches onto the side, securing the cargo in place, and it across the bar. If you'd like to make me a perception check, you can do so. I'll say that you probably maybe are aware of the door opening, but
14.
your attention, 14, thank you, is on other things. I would say you are probably aware enough that you could clock this enough if you wanted to make a perception check as well. 14 for you, Sky.
What is happening today? 6.
Man.
6. You
So bad.
spot the orc and you spot the automaton.
Yeah.
You, Sky, however, do see that printed on or sort of like branded on into the crates is the logo of the Salvation Alchematory, which, for reference, is... Where's it going? That one there.
Mm-hmm.
But the individual is wearing a patch on the shoulder of what looks to be a uniform. And you see that symbol. A feathered horse. Make me a history check, and I'd like you to do this with advantage.
Is that a beak?
That's
Yes.
really
That's
cute.
sick, dude. That's so cute.
Thank you.
Postal service.
Oh, where's the letter for that?
History.
Yes, at advantage, yeah.
15.
15. That is a symbol that you were aware of many cycles ago, and you are still familiar with it to this day. It is one of the largest merchant and delivery guilds. That is the symbol of Hippogriff Distributions.
Nice. Nice. I love it. He's a postman. Fucking postman.
Postman.
Postman or postman or.
Cool. We'll just
Yeah.
keep my head
Yep.
super low.
Cool. But this all sort of happens in the few seconds that you are crossing the bar as well. You can see that the orc and Adelaide go over to the bar, and an exchange happens between them as you sit down, and you are now back at the table with the rest of the individuals.
I think Lucky Jack goes, finally! Chins the shot, puts it back down, and sparks up that new cigarette that he's just rolled. Bloody was just saying she wants to stay here.
Okay.
We don't have to.
It might be safer. I don't know. He's still casting glances over to those with the purple cloaks. But I'm down for whatever. I don't care.
Oh, I already said that I didn't want to, but
Okay, then we don't. We
no, it's not. I'm just saying.
I think Cordelia's watching the automaton again. Like she was in this conversation, but she is also just so like, what is happening with this thing?
Can I follow Cordelia's gaze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a nice model.
Make me a history check with advantage.
History.
Make me a history check flat.
9.
What is happening today?
9. This is a loader, Tom, of some description. You're not sure what class.
Yeah, it's a nice model. It's a load of time.
Are these things just everywhere here?
They're fairly common.
Pretty much, yeah. Wow. Yeah. That one's slow though. It's just for loading. You know, hence the name. Load of time.
As you look over to the bar, you can see that Adelaide sort of points off in a direction, and the orc sort of taps the crates, and the loader off into a side room.
Would I recognize the symbols on the orcs patch and such?
I'll
as
say
well?
you didn't see them. You
Okay, all right.
you and Gonyan had sort of your perception on like other things.
Yeah.
You focus on other things. Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily clock that maybe they're like a merchant or anything, or they're selling stuff, or well, then,
You could probably gather that some sort of delivery is coming on, but you didn't clock any of the symbols.
All right, so we eat and leave.
Sure. Don't you like want a bath or something though?
Well, yes,
or-
I might use the facilities before we leave.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just roughly what time of day is it?
Use
It was sort of like I believe it was mid-afternoon by the time you arrived. Mid-morning, mid-afternoon. I think it was mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll see you outside then, and I'll get up.
Cool.
Have you eaten?
No, but I'm gonna go.
Sky.
Walks.
Ah. Great. I ordered you food.
You could probably take the potato and the bread.
I shall pack them for the road.
The gravy you look at and go, yeah, probably
Absolutely
best. We'll leave that there.
I think Cordelia takes from that Sky needs a bit of time and doesn't want to talk about it. So I think she will go and see about using the facilities before she leaves.
Yeah, you can do so. You can do so.
I think she'd go to be like and try and make a conversation, but then be like,
Yeah, no, very fair. Very fair. We'll get to that in just a moment. Gonyant, you see Sky exit.
Yeah. Sky exits, and Cordelia gets up to go.
Yeah.
He's kind of sitting. He's keeping an eye on the purple cloaks. There was a fraction of him that started softening when he saw Cordelia pleading to stay the night. I think there's a resilience built on experience.
Yeah.
And it was just as he was looking around, he kind of turned his head a bit, and as the way the feathers fell, he got a really clear look of Cordelia, and whether it was correct or not, he saw like an optimism and a naivety built on potentially very different experiences, and there was a part of him that was about to say, fuck it, we'll stay if you want, but she's gone off that way, he's gone off that way. There's a mug of ale in front of him that he didn't pay for, and a plate of food in front of him that he didn't pay for. And he sees Lucky Jack looking at the purple cloaks. And he sits and looks towards him as well. Are you going to do anything stupid?
No.
Maybe a persuasion or a deception.
Ah!
It's
a big fat one.
For a total of
2.
persuasion. Sorry, no, never mind.
We don't know. Yeah. I suppose I wasn't actively insighting because I was looking at them as opposed to looking at him.
Yeah, it's more information for you as a player to be like, that's the level at which he says it.
Yeah.
no,
So he says,
I'm definitely not.
Who, me?
I think you say that and he goes, no.
All right. And he puts his hands on the table, pushes the chair back quite loudly, puts his hand... There's a nice way to pass a mug to somebody where you don't get your hand involved, but he doesn't have that now, so he puts his hand right over the rim and skids it over with a bit going, splashing across the table, skids the ale in front of him. He stands up, looks towards the door, glances a little bit towards Lucky Jack and goes, I didn't pay for that, you can have it. And then he gets up and walks out.
Like, how are you gonna have? You don't have any money. You can't drink. Whatever.
Excellent. Lucky Jack, do you do anything in this moment, or are you just sitting looking at the purple cloaks? In fact, think on that.
Okay.
We'll cut back to you. Cordelia.
Oh, yep.
You go and speak to Adelaide about using the facilities. And she charges you 2 copper to use the facilities.
That's fine. Great.
You head on up the stairs, following the directions that Adelaide gives you, and you enter into a washroom.
Great.
It's immediately nothing like you have ever seen before. It is lovely. It's very well kept,
Okay.
But there are some things here that are alien to you. You see a bathtub,
Okay.
and that is not strange. This very large copper tub,
Yes.
high sides, looks big enough to fit you, though you probably couldn't stretch out in it. But you do not initially see any water in it. You look around and you see that they're set like onto the wall. There is a massive copper vat of some description with like a crank handle faucet on it. This is joined in some way by another vessel next to it. You can see a cylinder of glass with copper metal domed capping on either side, and that is set into like brackets of some description on the walls. And you can see inside that vessel, there is like a third of some form of like beige-ish, yellowish liquid.
Okay.
And you can also see that from the bottom, there is a flexible tube of some form that is attached to apparatus underneath this copper vat. And as you walk in, there is a set of runes that flare around this copper vat, and flame erupts from the mechanism underneath and starts lapping up the sides of this copper vat. And after a little investigation and time, you realise that this is some form of water heater, and you fill up 2 very large jugs and you fill your own bath. How long do you spend in here?
That was so funny. It's the equivalent of getting into a hotel room and being like, I don't know how the shower works.
Yeah.
You spend ages
exactly
fiddling
that.
with the dial.
Please. How long does she spend in there? I'd say she would like wash, and she would also wash the bird shit out of her clothes.
Oh my god, is that still there?
Probably just give her
That was ages ago.
clothes a little wash. Yeah, well, oh no, we did. Did we find water the other day? Never mind, she would have done that
But
then.
you were focusing on
she'll-
Sky's blood, so you might
Yeah.
not have thought about the ship.
She'll
Ah,
give like
yeah.
her clothes a little bit of
Yeah.
a wash as
Yeah.
well, and just freshen up for a bit. So I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep, you can do so. How long do you reckon she spends in there?
I really don't want to say an hour.
But an hour?
Yeah.
An hour. Perfect. That's absolutely grand. So after an hour, you come back downstairs. Lucky Jack, we're not going to come to you just yet.
Aw.
Gonyant and Sky outside. Does anything happen between the two of you? Is anything said? Or do you just wait? Do you wait right outside the tavern, either side of the door? Do you wait across the road in the bushes, as it were?
I came out about 2 minutes after you.
Yeah, I think Sky will be sat where she was sat before Cordelia
Cool.
came up
Perfect.
to her.
Yeah, absolutely. So sort of like across the
yeah.
road, sort of on the grass. Perfect. Gone. You get outside and you can see that Sky is sat where you were stood maybe half an hour ago.
Yeah. I'll stand awkwardly for 10 seconds and then I'll walk over and I will... I'm still feeling quite uppity. I don't want to sit down, so I'll crouch. And I'll look at the pub. Sorry I shouted at you.
I thought it was fun.
Okay.
But you were angry? Is that why you shouted?
His jaw clenches for 2 or 3 seconds. And then he stretches it out. I was not angry, embarrassed. And then his head swings to look at you. I wasn't in the circus.
Okay, that's good to know. So the shackles weren't like a circus trick gone wrong. It was great. It's a relief, really. I was very worried.
I was a one-man freak show.
It's not a nice word.
Show.
Freak.
I don't know, I think it suits me.
I mean, hey, reclaim it. But I'm not going to say it, so don't ask me to.
He looks at the pub. Has the door opened or anything? There's still a hubbub going on from the inside.
There's no hubbub. It's a fairly mellow atmosphere, but the door hasn't really opened. No.
A complete change of pace. He turns away from the pub and he just stands up and then shouts as loud as he can. And there's no noise that comes out. It's just a guttural "Ah!"
Flock of birds fly up out of the trees. You hear the snap of twigs as creatures in the underbrush scatter.
Punches her on the arm. Yeah, you're right, shouting is fun.
Feel better?
No, but that does not make it fun.
I think Sky's like watching the birds fly away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to be one of them, hey? Sit down, you're intimidating standing up.
What?
Sit down, you're intimidating standing up.
He crouches back down. And then just looks at the birds.
After a few moments, you hear the door. The orc and the automaton walk out. No crates on the back of the automaton. The armature folded in. They go around the side of the tavern and into this sort of large off building. After a few moments, you hear horse hooves, carriage wheels, and a very sturdy-looking, very sturdily built carriage comes out, pulled by 2 horses. You see the orc holding on to the side, as well as 4 other individuals, 2 side at the front, driving it, and 2 more holding onto the sides. And on the side of that carriage, you see the same symbol of hippogriff distributions.
As the automaton lumbers ungainly towards the carriage, Gonyan has a flashback to a nothing joke that he used to make with a friend when he was 8, 9 years old. And he watches it lumber, and just before it walks out of sight, he goes, "Hey." And then looks at this guy, and then he goes, "That's you.
What?
That's you."
What's me?
Nothing.
And we'll head back on inside. Lucky Jack, you sit
It's you.
and you wait. See the orc leave with the automaton.
I think after everyone's left and it's clear that Cordelia's having some me time, I think I'll follow a couple of minutes after the orc leaves. I'll follow him out the door carrying the tankard that Gonyan shoved at me.
Yeah.
He hasn't drank any of it. He's not an ale guy. But I'll walk out the front doors with this tankard, just have a look around for these two.
Yeah.
Can I see them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll walk over. Hey, Feathers, you got any money?
No.
Exactly. Pride comes before a fall, huh? Somebody wants to buy you something, you accept it, you show gratitude, and you take it. Just for now. Look, Cordelia wants to stay here. And it might be safer if we were behind locked doors. We could all actually sleep in the bed for once, which, as much as I hate to admit, is probably sensible. So, why don't we just, I don't know, behave like a team? Look, I know I'm an asshole, okay? And I'm sorry. No, you know what? I'm not going to apologize for that. I am an asshole. But we kind of all are. In our own ways. So, I'm going to go back inside. Now, I'm going to ask about rooms because I need to lay down. And we got gold. So, you can do whatever you want. And he turns and walks back to the tavern.
Okay.
He holds the ale. I don't like taking what I can't afford.
You want me to pour it into your mouth? Then you didn't take it, I forced it upon you. Is that the solution?
He holds the feathers. Takes a gulp. And then quite forcefully presses it into your hands.
I don't drink.
I don't care.
I don't drink.
I don't care.
No.
Pours out a mouthful. Drinks another mouthful. And over the course of 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so,
Yeah.
pours out a mouthful at her feet. Drinks a mouthful. Pours out a mouthful at her feet.
Lucky Jack, over the course of this time, you go in, you inquire about rooms. It'll be 8 silver pieces per room,
Okay.
per night.
You got any higher quality rooms, lower quality? No, that's rude. Sure, I'll I'll lay the money down begrudgingly.
How many rooms?
4.
4 rooms.
Yeah.
Your boy splashing out, man.
32 silver.
Begrudgingly. 32 silver.
Yes, indeed.
I was saying one night. Come on.
It's one night, just one night. Whatever. And yeah, goes up to find his room, or the room he's been given, whatever. And I think he just lays on the bed for a little bit. Head is swimming a little bit, hasn't eaten much. Fucking dragon fellas out in the arse end of nowhere with 3 people he barely fucking knows off to find who knows what. I think he's just a little bit conflicted.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think he lays there until he maybe just drifts off, actually.
Thank you. Cordelia, the hour that you have to yourself comes to an end. You come downstairs feeling refreshed, revitalized. You see that no one is in the bar. You walk outside and you see... They left us. You see Gonyant and Sky sitting outside, an empty tankard sat next to them. No Lucky Jack.
Okay. She looks very refreshed and relaxed. All right, shall we get going? Where's Jack?
I don't know. He went back in.
I didn't see him.
He was preaching about staying here still to please you.
I don't... Right, and I'm going to go inside.
You go inside.
Oh
You have another
God.
look around the bar.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I think maybe I would have had a conversation with the innkeep to be like, my friends and I need rooms.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah. Well,
But you didn't tell
tell
anyone
them
else,
where they
so...
were, so...
Cordelia,
I go up to
you-
Adelaide.
Yeah, you head on into the bar. Your hair puffs out into stress-related
Yes,
frizz.
it does.
You head on over to the bar, and Adelaide, after a little bit of confusion, sort of realizes that Lucky Jack has not given you any of the information, so gives the information of the rooms that he has paid for. You've got one night here.
Do I have the keys, or does Jack have
No.
the keys?
She gives you the keys.
Great. Amazing. Thank you. Lovely. I'll go outside. Here's the key. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but I think Jack's paid, so...
All right.
If you're not going to come inside, please just be careful.
You be careful inside.
She's fine. They're nice.
I think you should try it, at least. But that's all I'll say. Great. She'll spin around and she'll walk back inside.
You walk back inside. Do you head straight to your room?
Yes.
Okay. We'll get to that in just a moment. Gonyant, Sky, do you choose to go inside?
Yeah. I'll go in. I won't ask if you're coming too, but I will pause a couple of paces away from you.
Yeah, I'll just get up and follow.
Silently, you get up, you head inside. Yet again, filled with that trepidation, that just pervasive atmosphere.
Every time I hear a raised voice, I'm like, who's shouting? Every time I hear a laugh, I'm like, who's laughing at me? It's just that
High alert
Yeah.
constantly, and you imagine that this night is not going to be the restful sleep that the others might get. And that is where we're going to take our break. Please join us in a couple of minutes. And welcome back.
And welcome, Jack.
And welcome, drunk Jack.
Hey,
And welcome Black out.
hey, look at that.
Wait.
Lovely. As you spend your first night, for some of you, in the Berry Bow Tavern, what happens in your respective rooms?
Sky locks the door,
Okay.
feels relief, gets into bed, goes to sleep.
Incredible. Incredible.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Incredible. Just as that key turns, just as those tumblers click, just as you know that that door is now locked, what do we see inside that room? Physically, emotionally?
Not much of, I think, just literally, yeah, shuts the door, locks the door, gets into bed. Obviously, it's the first time that she's lied down in a bed in cycles.
Yeah.
Because she's been on a sofa.
Yeah.
But I think there's kind of more of like a get out of here.
Absolutely.
This day
An
sucked.
escapism.
So goes and gets into bed.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And if she had rain sounds, she would play them. But
Drat.
yeah.
Well, Amber Fall is coming, so more
Great.
rain shall be
Fingers
upon you
crossed.
soon. Yes. Lucky Jack, you basically passed out on your bed. I'm assuming that you sleep through till morning.
You assume wrong.
Okay.
No, it's all right. Calm down. Don't worry. I'm not gonna. No, I think he. You know when you've been day drinking and you like fall asleep for a couple of hours.
You need like an early evening nap.
Yeah, it's like he almost like has an afternoon nap, and then wakes up kind of disoriented a couple of hours later, realizes he hasn't locked his door. So goes to the door, locks it, pulls from the bag of holding the components for the alarm spell, and stretches that across the base of the door. Casts that spell, and then he goes back to the bed, lays down but doesn't fall asleep immediately. He pulls out the wooden locket that he wears around his neck, clicks it open, and looks at the carving inside. Sadly. A lot of old emotions have been stirred today. Stuff that he thought that maybe he was beginning to bury. But it's all just come rushing back, and being the type of person that he is, doesn't really know the best way to deal with it. And so he dismantles the alarm, unlocks the door, goes downstairs to the bar if there's anyone still serving, picks up a bottle, and takes that back up to his room.
Take a cold off.
And drinks that. Or drinks some of it, and enough to just get him off to sleep again. And then falls asleep around midnight, 1 a.m.
Thank you. Cordelia, we'll come to you.
I think she spends a couple of hours looking at the bracelet and the runes and trying to come up with possibilities and things that could potentially make sense how this would have happened. And yeah, just racking her brain about how this is all connected to what she was doing and what she was looking for. But I think she hits a few roadblocks along the way and gets bored of not being able to figure anything out. So, and then as she replays the day in her mind, I think she feels a bit weird being by herself now, because she hasn't actually been by herself
For a
very long time. So I think she gets up and she goes to Sky's room.
Incredible. Okay.
And there'll be like a hesitancy as soon as she gets there, because she's like, oh, she's not going to want to talk to me. And I think she probably goes to turn around, but then the empty room that's waiting for her is there, and she's like, no. And she knocks on the door.
Sky, how heavy a sleeper are you?
She's but this is the first time she's been in a bed, so I'm guessing it'd be a heavy sleep.
Yeah,
I
think it would. Your first knock goes unanswered.
Sky.
Make me a perception check.
Ooh, 17.
17. The room is quiet within. You don't hear much rustling, no movement. It's not like someone's doing anything within. It's quiet.
She'll knock again.
I'll say it this. You start to stir after a couple of knocks, a couple of shouts.
The door is locked.
Sorry. You don't have to open it
Okay.
Oh. I just didn't know if you'd want to talk. You don't have to.
Are the feet moving away from the door?
No. Are you asleep?
Says that word so weirdly. Are you going to go?
I can go if you want me to go. Sorry.
Inspiration.
Do the feet move?
She's listening.
Oh, what stalemate.
That unstoppable force makes it an immovable object.
Yeah.
Why do you want to come in?
I just didn't know if you'd want to talk about it
It?
before.
His name's Gonyant, not it.
Not Gonyant. I don't feel like this is a conversation that we should have through a door. But also, if you don't want to have the conversation now, we don't have to. I can leave.
You can.
No, she's not leaving. She's not leaving. This is great. Moves and counter moves.
I think she, like, looks at the door. Thinks of, like, a very similar situation. 20 cycles ago? Of her sister knocking at the door. And I think goes to get up and sees the key on the nightstand, if there is one. And the key just floats up. And heads over to the door. Goes into the door. Unlocks the door. And then the door just will open. And this guy's just sat on the bed.
How did you do that?
You're still in the doorway.
Yes. Close the door. Stand there awkwardly.
I think there's a ghost. These places tend to be haunted. So, be careful. Are you expecting me to start a conversation?
No.
Okay, well, I'm just going to lie down.
How did you do it?
The door is a ghost, I said that.
The same ghost that pushed the lady.
Maybe you should ask the ghost.
All right. Hello, ghost. Is it the same force that pushed the lady?
She said yes.
Right. And is that how the ghost changed how they looked?
Well, I'm not a ghost. I know I'm very white, but... No. That just... comes with the package.
What package?
My package. Sky package.
What does that mean? You can change how you look?
Yeah. Yeah.
How? I didn't see you cast a spell or anything.
It's not a spell.
You can just do it?
Just like you can walk.
Interesting.
Sure.
Does it hurt? You don't have to answer that.
No, I think black and white, it doesn't hurt. Doesn't feel good, though.
So why did you do it before?
Well, you said they were nice inside, so. I thought that'd be fun to experience that.
Are people not nice to you?
No, people love me. I'm the hoot that keeps hooting. Your face was funny.
My face was what?
Funny.
What do you mean?
You looked all shocked and stuff, so.
Oh.
That was
Well,
fun.
yes, that's never happened to me before.
No?
No. It's weird seeing yourself. Yes. But the ghost magic,
Oh, yeah, haunted stuff.
that's different?
It's part of the package.
Cool. But you all right?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. I just wanted to check because it was a shock for me.
I meant to say something.
No. It's fine.
I won't do it.
I just didn't understand.
You're not wearing a hood.
No.
And I get to, so the night.
All right, well. Good night, Sky. I can't lock the door behind me. Is the ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shirley.
Shirley?
Yes.
All right. Good night, Shirley. Sure. Close the door. Go to bed.
Inspiration.
If you were to look into Gonyot's room in the middle of the night, you would see what looks like a body in a bed. And then if you looked a little bit closer, you would see that the duvet has been fluffed up to look like a body in a bed. You would see that he is actually trying his best to sleep, folded in to the corner of the room. If the door opens inwards, he's behind the door,
Yes.
so he would have an indication that it's being opened. When he first went into the room, he locked the door, and then he got really, really stressed about a door being locked. So actually, he's sleeping, holding the key with both hands, but the window is open an inch and the door is also open an inch, with a little line of light spilling into the room. He's sleeping quite fitfully. His dreams don't have firm images. It's more like if you were looking at a fire, and sometimes you see the smoke coalesces into an image for a second before it disappears, or the fire flares up in an image before it moves on. This is from a time where he wasn't giving conscious permission to himself to be. He hears in a tavern, he hears "Hey, freak!" Or he feels darkness being whipped away by light being pulled up. Somebody rubbing a hand in his face the way you would tussle someone's hair. He remembers the feel of drunken spittle splashing at his face, of people laughing, and it's building, and all the time there's that high-pitched whine that sits just beyond his consciousness. And then he hears, with vivid clarity, the line that the individual said to the elf, "Gods, Briallen, have you ever seen anything so grotesque?" And as he hears Briallen, he begins to fitfully waken, and as he hears grotesque, it snaps back like a splash of cold water over his face, and he and he holds up his thumb to the line of light that splashes across the door, and he measured it, and it took him 20 minutes to make sure that with his arm outstretched, with his right eye closed, his thumb would absolutely perfectly line up with the light in the door. And it has. And he gets up and he paces. And he pulls the window open. And he tries to whistle for the bird, but his lips are really dry, actually. And it lands on the windowsill, and he then sits with his back to where the window is, just above his neck, and he stares at the door, and with his hand above his head, he just strokes the unpleasant feeling of the talon of the bird's foot. And when his arm begins to scream at him for being held up over his head too long, he swaps arms, and that's how he spends the rest of the night.
Ever so occasionally, you get a tap on the head. A soft nip at your finger now and again, but intermittent.
It's nice. It's not a pleasant feeling in itself, but it's a reminder that he's here and he's nowhere else.
It's not painful. It's not intended to pierce. it feels like a connection,
Yeah.
a point of contact. The next day, within your rooms, undisturbed, you awake. You have survived the night. You have ahead of you at least 2.5 weeks left of travel before you make it to Derriton. Does anyone make any special preparations before you leave?
I think when you see Gonyan in the morning, he's had a lot of time and he is giving a really awkward, really missed the mark attempt at cheeriness.
Incredible.
The isolation has hit him.
As you come, do you come down first?
He's ready and waiting.
Okay. As the rest of the group filtered down. And who would be first out of Cordelia, Lucky Jack, and Sky?
I think
Sky
I would
sleep in.
But no, she'd be awake, but I think she would wait and listen to hear for everyone to go so she knows that it's like she comes down, we go.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to assume then if Lucky Jack
probably
has drunk
me.
himself asleep, it's Cordelia. So as Cordelia comes down the stairs, what do you say to attempt this?
There's the first sound that comes out of your mouth in the morning, clogged and phlegmy, and good morning.
Morning.
Nice bed.
Glad you thought so. So, you all right?
Yeah, you.
Yes, I'm fine.
It's nice. It's not raining.
It is. Hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, it looks like it. The clouds are outside and the wind's blowing east, so we should be okay.
I think Cordelia is so confused by the amount that he is speaking.
The more you've said between each other since you...
Well, I'm glad you feel better.
Mm.
You sit in this moment. Eventually, Lucky Jack stumbles down the stairs. After maybe 60 seconds, Sky follows suit.
Do you need a coffee?
Yeah. Everybody sleep okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great. Breakfast is good. And we'll go. I'll go see what they got.
You order breakfast, you order coffees, and Sky, you have to sit for a painful 15 minutes whilst this food and drink is prepared and brought out to you. Just what physically do we see within Sky, if anything?
I don't think anything different
No,
to what we've
that's
seen,
fine.
but I think
That's fine.
yeah, there's this is just annoying.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
like she's done what these two wanted, but now they're taking their sweet ass time.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. And you just sit within that as you wait for breakfast to be served. But it is alongside coffee. Do you eat in the tavern or do you take your food and go?
With a misplaced attempt at energizing, the food hits the table. Well, let's get this show on the road, eh? Come on, yeah, we can eat and walk. It's nice outside.
That's a good plan, Conyant.
Yeah, thank you.
Inspiration.
I'll take the plates. Let's go. And
I'm really sorry. You can't take those with you. You gotta leave those here.
Do you have a takeaway box?
Bit of Tupperware.
What?
Sorry, we need to. We're on a bit of a tight schedule.
I'll wrap it up for you.
Thank you so much.
And you get it's all wrapped in wax paper and stuff like that.
Great. Thank you. Sorry.
The fuck is going on with you? Was
He slept really well, I think.
Had a great sleep, yeah.
make an insight check?
Does the hangover affect him at all?
Hey yo!
A little
I'm just
hungover.
being a
I'll
snake.
take a minus
I've
one.
just been a snake. I'm just being a snake.
Yeah, go on. If you want to take a -1.
I'll take a -1.
Yeah.
It's a nat 20.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, come on.
So
Okay.
19.
19.
19 flat.
There's
Zero.
definitely a marked difference in Gonyant.
Uh-huh.
I think you can see the veneer. I think you can like an attempt at energy is actually an attempt at disguising jitters, or an attempt at conversation is actually an attempt at delaying thought. It's not flat on the surface. There's a lot of subtext, and I think he's trying his best. I think maybe Cordelia didn't notice as much because
I think she assumes he's excited to leave because he didn't want to stay in the first place. So
Yeah.
I think that's where she is.
Yeah.
And seeing that veneer, Lucky Jack's just... Okay, yeah. Let's get this show on the road. Chins his coffee. And just as a preparation, is going to pull the Eldritch Cannon out of the bag as well. Only lasts an hour, but he will summon it just in case.
Cool.
It's
Perfect.
going to walk with us.
It's going to walk with us. Yes. Yeah, I
Cordelia
just
watches
thought,
it.
just in case there's another one of those fucked up kind of blob things.
I feel safer now.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm? All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's go.
Awesome.
And rolling up another cigarette.
Head on out.
I don't know.
You put the Berry Bow Tavern to your back. Some of you more delighted than others to do so. And you march ahead on the road towards Derriton in the west. As I said, you've got 2.5 weeks left of travel. What happens on this stretch of the journey? Does anyone have anything in particular that they wish to achieve?
I will, during short rests or long rests and whatnot, I'm going to be working on the
Absolutely.
glaive.
Give me one tinkering check for this stretch.
Okay. What am I adding to that again? Sorry.
Intelligence proficiency.
Intelligence proficiency. So 9.
Thank you. Duly
Yikes.
noted. Over the course of this time, you do sit with that glove. Continue. Anything else?
No, but I think with that roll at one point, he puts the glove on and it begins to spark a little bit. He's like, yeah, fucking yeah, and then it goes all the way up his arm,
And there's a little
and he's
bit
like,
of
ah,
light
yeah,
under it.
fucking shit,
Yeah.
and it's like a taser, and he's just kind of like twitching on the ground for a second. Fuck, no, not ready.
Health and
Not
safety.
ready.
See, it's not.
I eat health and safety for breakfast. Yeah, a couple of things like that happen
perfect.
along the way.
Perfect.
Other than that, I think he's just spending his time reading his books that Zanatu has given him, and tinkering
Fantastic.
away.
Thank you very much. Amazing. Is there anything? Yes, go.
I
go.
think Cordelia will pay specific attention to things like that
Yeah.
Lucky Jack does. I think she's still trying to find any similarities in the runes with the bracelet as well, like with his, in like the knowing that they're not going to be the same,
Yeah.
but like just any information is information. But yeah, watches him do all that stuff. I think she would probably like still make conversation with everyone, but is getting to know the group dynamic.
Yeah.
I think she gives Sky a little bit of space. And I think there will be something that she really wants to talk to you about, but doesn't feel like she can right now. So then there is that kind of vibe. But I think every time that she maybe thinks in her head, oh, like while we're walking, I'll go and speak to him, there's like a, no, I'm overstepping. I can't do this right now. I don't know how I'll react. Like, can't do it. And she'll talk about a bird that she sees or a tree.
Incredible. Incredible. Thank you
yes.
very much. No, that's perfect. Thank you.
I will say that if you were to ask Lucky Jack about what he's doing, like the first time that you did, he is surprisingly enthusiastic, and I think that's one of the few times that you see him kind of show a passion or an enthusiasm or excitement.
Okay.
It's probably one of the only few times you've seen him smile as well.
Cool.
Do with that what you will.
Nice.
Lovely. Gonyan, Sky.
I think when he set out, he had the intention of maybe trying to spend more time with the bird, but the first couple of days of the freedom of being away from the inn suddenly give way to the trepidation of the trepidation, but also anticipation of what might happen in Derriton.
Yeah.
And so he's focused, I suppose, for want of a better word. It doesn't really describe him, but yeah.
No, thank you very much. Amazing. With that focus set firmly on the road, with the bird circling around you overhead, you continue just following this track all the way west. Sky, anything for you?
No, I think she's just there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just existing.
Yeah, I think she's just there
That's absolutely
and
fine.
doesn't really draw much attention.
No, that is absolutely fine.
Or tries not to anyway.
Absolutely with so much practice, as it were, at blending in, for want of a better phrase, there has grown a comfort in stillness, in expectation, and so as you trudge on, you do sort of just take in and not take for granted the fact that things are constant. They are the same. They are still.
But I think interestingly,
Go, by all
it
means, by all means.
No. It just feels. Whereas, I think there's an element where it starts to feel, maybe unbeknownst to her, self-sabotagey,
Okay.
as opposed to relief.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was really annoying as a kid. We were driving around Scotland, and there were seals. And I remember everyone was looking at the seals, and I pretended that I couldn't see it just so I could sulk about not seeing it for attention.
Yeah.
I was very young, but I remember very vividly.
No, yeah.
And I feel like it's
yeah.
got that sort of vibe to it. Not necessarily doing it as a cry for attention, but
No,
just
no.
like almost a little bit of out-of-body experience of
100%.
like what.
Yeah, because that feeling is familiar.
Yeah.
At least you know it's safe. At least you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. 2.5 weeks. In fact, 2.5 weeks at minimum. Can somebody please roll me either a survival or an endurance check.
Ugh.
I'll roll. I'm focused.
Go on.
I'm
yes,
after
you
it.
are very
Can
focused.
we help? Like,
No, this is going to be for for the group. This is going to be just to see what sort of pace you keep. In fact, don't even make it a survival or endurance check. Roll me a d20.
roll the eyes.
Oh, a D20, you say? Well, I'll use.
Don't,
You want the small one?
you want the small one. Don't fuck us over, Pete.
Responsible for this.
Don't fuck us.
Small candle.
It's a 15 flat.
15
we'll take that.
flat
Okay, nice
is,
moves.
is very
15
nice indeed.
cycles later.
There's a new moon in the sky.
6.
What's the year? 6161.
Oh no.
There are 19 moons in the sky.
2.5 weeks. You make good time.
Nice.
There is a focus. There is, thankfully, no distraction. The landscape moves around you. You see, fairly soon after leaving the Berry Bough Tavern, that the road crosses a river. And the road itself is fairly well kept. It is not the extremely well looked after and most efficiently built roads that intersperse between the core star cities, but for the most part, it is very easy going underfoot. And as you cross this river, you can see a very well-constructed bridge that fords this body of water. A very, very large lake or something like that off to the north. And that too peels behind you. Constantly undulating hills. You go through an area of landscape that has large boulder-like formations that jut out of the ground slightly, covered in like grass and like lichen and that sort of thing that half blend it into the landscape. Groves of trees, bushes. Towards the end of your journey, the landscape gets slightly more arduous, but you do manage to keep up your pace and not let that slow you as the landscape does start to heighten slightly. The road taking a dip just towards the south as you go. Mid-morning, after 3 weeks on the road, just over 3 weeks on the road. I think it'll be, I calculate, 3 weeks and a day. Your eye line, Conant, looking towards the path, the colour of it that you've grown so used to stops. It breaks. And you can see that up ahead there is a structure. And as you walk on, this structure becomes very, very large. And you can see that it is the walls of a city. Up ahead, maybe an hour down the road, you believe you can see the city of Derriton. With renewed vigor, you pick up and push on, and it's just before midday, with the sun high in the sky, masses of clouds that pass over a fairly bluish sky. You arrive outside the city walls. Within, you can see the sprawling rooftops or peak just slightly past the walls to see the tops of them. What look to be temple spires and one or two towers that look quite solitary. Just one or two dotted about amongst the city. You can see that there are city watch standing outside the gates. The gates are open, and you can see that a number of people have been spilling out, going to work in the fields to the south of this city. As you approach, what do you do? Gonyant, as you see this place, what do you feel?
Everything comes in twos, and none of them are friends with each other. So there's like relief. We've made it to the end. Met with anxiety of what might happen here. There's a kind of happiness that we've made it together. Somehow we kind of settled into probably more silence and conversation, but we weren't arguing about how to make a fire or what direction to take, and that is a big positive as far as the scale goes. But yeah, who knows what happens in the city? The worry is that maybe we find out something and we split up, and these are the only people that have been nice to me for a while. I've got a lot resting on this, so if it goes well, great. If it goes wrong, not great. But if it goes well in the wrong direction, then also not great.
Incredible. Thank you.
That was a lot, sorry.
No. I loved it. Lucky Jack. Same question.
I think similar to Gonyant, there is a relief that we're finally fucking there, because Lucky Jack's an impatient guy. And I think there's a conflict as well, because it's almost like we've made it to this city, but this isn't where I need to be. This isn't where I wanted to be. But I've come to rely on these people now. So he's kind of like, yeah, great, okay, got to Derriton. What if Cordelia finds out some stuff that she really likes and she wants to stay here? What if Gonyant disappears, kidnapped again? Or what if Sky just decides to fuck off and leave again? I don't know. So I think he's just a bit... There's a relief that the journey is over, but another great big demon hanging over him for the next journey.
Thank you. Sky.
I don't think there is a this is so edgelordy, God's sake. I don't think there is a positive emotion.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely
It's
fine.
just this isn't the good
Yeah.
the good bit.
These people all have potentially something to gain here.
Yeah. And one person in particular has information on Sky, which really makes it worse.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You trail at the back and you battle with those thoughts, with those feelings. You keep an eye on those people and you wish for the next however long within this city to be over as quickly as possible.
Do you think Sky? So sorry. Do you
No,
think?
no, by all
Do you think Sky visibly trails at the back?
Sky has always been walking at the back, unless anyone has made a pointed effort. Because I know you have at some point, Gonyan, to
Make sure she
not
doesn't eat berries.
absolutely not eat the berries, etc. But there has been a sort of pattern emerging in which Sky does sort of trail at the back. So I don't think it would be untoward to see this.
Yeah.
I think maybe when we're 20 minutes away and you can start to see the faces of the people spilling out into the city, Gonyan just tracks back until he's level with Sky, and he doesn't look at her. But he walks along and he sees this proper gnarled, old-looking gnome. Is there gnomes in these parts? Can I say that? Great. With the nose kind of goes really long forward, and then for some strange reason curls to the left. I don't know if what happens when you break a gnome's nose because they're that long, maybe. And he's kind of shuffling about. He's like trying to drag a goat that really doesn't want to go. And I just pull into step. And I go, Sky.
What?
And it's almost as he takes the step to speed up and walk away and leave her again, he goes, that's you.
Come on, you blasted fucking thing. Come on.
Jack, you're gonna stop making go noises.
Oh, disgusting.
Sure.
Has Gonyan moved away?
I didn't wait around to
No,
see.
no.
As
That's you,
I,
bam,
as
gone.
I kicked my heels to
Yeah.
walk, that's
Perfect,
I
thank you.
Just left them with that.
I couldn't not. I'm so sorry.
You can't stop, man. Go to the
Cordelia.
funniest.
Yes.
Same question.
She is very excited and very curious for what she's going to see. She's excited to be around other people that aren't these three.
So fair.
Why? I'm a delight.
Yes. She also, though, feels very scared because of what she might find out. And also what these people will know and what they might tell her is also very scary. So I think it's really conflicting. Like, she wants answers, but she's so scared of them. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. I'll use that to traumatize you in just a second.
Why do you think I'm asking you all? I'm just gathering
Do
information.
the goat noise again.
Be a goat.
You all, in your own worlds, feel the shadow of the city walls as you pass underneath them through the gates. As each of these feelings blooms within your chest. But you have made it to the city of Derriton. So congratulations to you all, you level.
Yay!
It was worth it!
Mental. That level up is purely for Cordelia.
I gained 2 levels. You guys gained half a level
You gained
each.
the level up for... I mean, I'm already level 19. I don't know about you guys.
We will we'll sort the semantics of that in
Oh,
just a
thank
moment.
God.
But for now, let us see what happens just moments after you step into the gates. What do you do? Where do you go?
I turn to the first available guard and go, "Hey, you! Is this Darrington?"
Yes, it is.
All right, good. We're in the right place.
Great. Where are we going?
So, and Jack, now that we're in the city, gets his practical city boy hat on. Because he does feel now more comfortable in this kind of environment.
Perfect.
All right, so I thought maybe we just ask around about mage guilds. And
You don't have
kind
any
of-
specifics
Wait, never been here before, Blondie. I don't know.
from your colleague?
No, he just said there was better mages in Derriton.
See, this is why I should have come with you, because I would have asked those questions.
We've been over this, okay? You go where you want in this city, but in my city, you go where I tell you to go, okay? Because I know it better. This one, we're gonna have to work together. So, mage guilds, fucking libraries, universities, that kind of place. You know, we'll just ask around. We'll get some information, eh?
All right.
All right. Hey, yo! And I'm calling someone on the street.
Yeah,
Cordelia looks at
absolutely.
Gonyan like, what the fuck have we done?
You know of any, like, mages, guilds, libraries, etc.?
There's a Mason's Guild over that way.
I said mages. Mages. Sorry, it's probably my accent.
There's mages in this city as well.
At the Masons Guild?
No, why would they be at the Masons?
I don't know. That's
Guild?
why I'm asking you. Gods, give me strength. Okay, libraries, universities, etc.
No, none of those.
None whatsoever?
No.
Oh. Okay.
If you want sort of learning places, you're probably best going to the core star cities. You won't find many places like that here. Did you? I'm sorry.
But she said there were mages.
Mages, yes.
Where are the
and
mages?
there are guilds. There's. I know there's some. I'm not quite sure where they are, but I know that there's some individuals that are like practice with magic and stuff. So
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, do you know if there's more than one Derriton here?
more than one Derriton.
God.
Derriton's the city.
Yeah, I'm just making sure we got the right one.
Where are we?
When are we?
When is it?
Derriton.
Great. Perfect.
There's only one that I know of. So
And there's just individual mages, no
yeah.
organizations. Or...
All right, great. Where are those mages?
I don't know. It's just they're around the city. I'm sorry. I'm not. Listen.
Okay, this guy's fucking useless. Let's go find somebody else. And he stalks off.
I'm so sorry.
We have traveled 3 weeks.
And you head on off through the street.
God, that was a mess, wasn't it?
We just beat that guy.
He rolled an 11. And so I was like, he's going to misunderstand that you mean mages
bless
and
him. That's
guilds.
so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I feel so bad. But
Make me an investigation check. Anybody who likes
Me.
to.
Anyone who likes
ooh,
to.
I'm really good at this. Famous last words. Touch wood.
I'll
In the
do
tray,
it.
Benjamin. Ooh, that wasn't cack, no. 19 for me.
20.
20.
Doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
15.
15? 15's great. Okay.
not bad.
Between the three of you, it doesn't take you too long to collar someone else, and they do, in fact, tell you a little bit more. Before I reveal exactly what they tell you, what do you ask specifically?
So how many Derritons are there in Kilmoldos?
There is only one Derriton.
Okay, great.
You
Great.
You are in the right place. This is the city of Derriton. I know of no other Derritons in Quatana Nadal. Now, specifically, what are you looking for?
Mages, specifically.
Mages. Yes,
or
absolutely.
Libraries,
Oh, there
universities,
is
places of learning.
There are no sort of universities or anything like that here, but there are learned people here. There are a couple that I remember. Are you looking for anything or anyone specific, I suppose?
Anybody who specializes in runes?
Runes.
Sorry, should you take your time?
He's thinking.
Runes, yes. If you head down that street there, and you...
The dark one in the shadow?
Sounds great.
That's the one. Yes,
one
you see
covered
the
in
one with the
cobwebs?
spooky-looking figure at the end. That's where you need to go.
Perfect.
You head down this street here. You're going to head slightly more into the center of town, but then you're actually going to take a little bit south. Eventually, you will probably come across a tower, and that tower belongs to an arcanist called Carnelian. He will probably be the best person for you to speak to about languages and things like that.
Do they accept visitors?
I'm unsure, but you can only arrive and find out.
Try. Yes. Perfect. Great. So, because you said there were more than one tower.
Yeah.
Are there other towers, other mages, or are they?
Yes, there are some, but I know that Carnelian specializes in languages and runes and things like that, and if you're looking for that sort of academic skill, then you will probably be best to start there. But I'm sure if you can't find what you're looking for with Carnelian will be able to send you on your way to someone who can.
All right. Thanks, old timer.
You're very welcome.
And he's going to turn off.
23.
Hey, that's old for a grung.
You know what you're
Kind
quite
sir.
right.
And yeah.
Great. Carnelian.
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 Carnelian. Carnelian.
Jack, I'm so sorry. I said Kilmodos. Is that the city?
Kilmodos is the continent.
Okay.
Cortana Nadal is the country.
Brilliant. So I wasn't...
No, you weren't wrong.
Unless there is another Deraton in Kilmodos.
Who knows?
Shit.
New South Derriton.
I have a...
Yes.
I've got a new super objective.
Yes.
Fuck my backstory. I need to... I'm going
Setting
to
up
find...
New South Derriton.
I'm
Derriton.
going
There
to
is
find
a-
another
Deep
Deraton.
within the Outlands.
There is another Derriton, but
Maybe that's where
it's a
I
dude,
was.
and his name's Derriton Smith.
Great. Can't wait to meet
Derriton
him.
Smith, he's the mayor of Derriton.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Let's go to the tower where the mage lives.
Oh, yeah. That's where do you think I'm going? Going down this really creepy dark alleyway covered in
That's great,
cobwebs.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I think Jack sets off. He's got that proper city walk stomp
Absolutely.
on, like when instead of moving out of people's way, he focuses above their heads so that they just put apart around him.
incredible. Then make me a survival check, please,
Feels
Lucky
really
Jack.
weird
Oh,
that
man.
There's just towers
Okay.
where mages live and people go to the mages in the towers. Cordelia is very confused.
That's not bad.
As is kind of-
16.
16?
Yes.
Yeah, you make pretty good progress, and you head down this non-shadowy, very wide sort of main street that this
This
gentleman
main
pointed
street
you
is
down.
perfectly sunny.
And you continue down, and you take a couple of turns through the street. You ask some of the city watch to try and sort of like guide you into the direction of Carnelian, and at one point you happen to ask a sort of a bowed over turtle, this tortoise-looking individual, scale skin, like a beak-like maw, and he points this like long clawed hand and goes, "Well, actually, if you head down there, you'll be able to get there quicker. So go down that way."
All right. Thanks. And have a lozenge.
Jack.
Sure. Lucky Jack heads on down into this side street.
Can I
Hey,
ask a question?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that, like, especially, I won't assume for Gonyan, just because he's covered in feathers, but Cordelia feels like a very much looks up when walks, especially focusing on the tower.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jack's energy feels very much like looking up.
Yeah.
What Sky always looks down.
Yes.
And looks to the places that people don't look.
Yeah.
What does she? Is there anything that she sees that stands out when she looks to the places that people don't look?
Yes. Yes. As you have made your way through the city, you glance around, and the city's not squalid. There's not sewage running through the streets, but occasionally you see a rat scurrying out of a drain. You look down an alleyway and you see this really matted, dishevelled dog barking at a cat that's up on a windowsill. Just looking down at this dog as it up towards this creature that it cannot reach. You see a couple of children playing in the streets, and they run past a different alley, and you see two people sat in the alley. One of them is very small, and one of them is larger, and the larger one sort of like has an arm around the smaller figure.
How far away?
Oh, like 15 feet.
They look. Is it? I'm assuming correctly that they look home, like they like.
They look
sleeping
far
on the
more
streets?
dishevelled than the children that pass by, and you look and you can see that they look like they are urchins. They are on the streets.
She'll run quickly to slip away, run over, pull out her coin purse. She's got 3 silver left in there, being coppers, and she'll just give them the coin purse.
You just hand this coin purse to this individual who sort of doesn't have time to sort of take in everything that's going on, and this like grey ripped bit of fabric that's wrapped over her head sort of like falls back slightly. You can see this grimy face, sort of greying brown hair. The individual beside her looks up as well. A young boy, brown, ruffled hair sticking up at all ends, who is like huddling into his mother. She sees the person, reaches out as if questioning.
It's not much, but just do something with it.
Immediately tears well in her
Okay,
eyes.
don't cry about it. That's weird. Suck them back in, please. Jeez, I've only just met you. And I'll chuck a cloud to the kid.
Oh.
Bye, and then I'll walk away.
Thank you. And you walk away. You take that shortcut, Lucky Jack, and you get towards the end of the alley. And about 40 feet before the end of the alley, a figure turns and starts walking down. His big minotaur, 2 horns out to the side, dark brownish black fur. There's a bit of mottling of white on her arm, and she's just looking at you.
Can we get by, or is she like filling this alleyway?
You take note of this individual,
Yeah.
and you sort of move to one side of this alley, and this individual makes no attempt to shift out the way. They don't move. They're just walking straight towards you.
I think Jack, like, you know, when you do, when you're like walking alone at night, you just kind of drop your eyes, like stare right at the floor. Hello? Pardon me?
About 10 feet away, they just stop. Yeah, you'll do. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Very good.
Oh no! Me do what? Me no do. Me no do. Me no do.
You'll do.
I no do. I don't do. I don't. I just don't, Jack. I just don't. Go back to car.
You know what? As soon as that turtle started speaking and told us to go a different way, I was like, this is dodgy as hell, but I'm gonna let it happen. I was like, I'm just gonna let it be.
Kendall's like,
Yeah,
I want to see what's
I
going
was
on.
gonna see because I was like,
Kendall's alarm bells live in a very
I
different
feel like-
place to Cordelia's
I
alarm
feel like
bells.
we also like just went past it so quick. I was like, I'll be fine.
Do you know what? Actually, I was intending to action that straight away, and then you asked and
sorry.
sidetracked us. No, it was
Interesting.
perfect because I could return to that and go, hopefully they've forgotten. And then the figure turned around the corner and you went, oh no. And I was like, I've got you.
Here we go.
We'll discuss this more in roll credits.
Absolutely, yes, yes. Oh gosh, thank you very much to Gonyant for his attempts at connection, be they very misinformed or labelling Sky a goat. Thank you.
She is the goat.
Thank you, Sky, for an intriguing little detail, not so little detail, that the audience and us were privy to. Maybe not the characters. Thank you to Lucky Jack for injecting a little bit of danger there at the Berry Bow Tavern. And thank you, Cordelia,
You're welcome.
for
Earning our level up.
Yeah. Legit.
for showing an incredibly beautiful display of genuine care. As per usual, thank you to you at home for watching. Please join us again next time, where the players keep trying to walk down this alley, and let's hope that they get out of it.
It'll be fine.
It'll be totally fine.
Well, now we've leveled up. Cordelia's carrying capacity can carry the whole team now. That's great. We're set.
Don't worry, I got it. I got it.
Incredible stuff.
Love it.
Fantastic. For now, adventurers, keep on keeping on. Peace and love. Good night.
Good night.